Now in Leipzig in Germany, a groundbreaking study has changed the way scientists understand canine cunning. The Max Planck Institute for Evolutionary Anthropology investigates primate intelligence. Chimps are known for their problem-solving smarts. Here, a chimp excels at a shell game. He follows the treat. But then researchers changed the game so the chimp would have to rely on information from a human. Pointing. The chimp was fooled. This surprised the Institute's co-director Michael Tomasello.
They weren't picking up on the pointing, and we thought this was a little curious. It seemed quite easy to just see where somebody was pointing and go there and find the food.
Then, one of his colleagues working in the chimp lab said his dog could easily follow the pointing.
I said, no way. And he went home and tested his dogs, and sure enough, they followed the point to hidden food very easily. And we wanted to know, why were dogs better at this than apes?
The researchers came up with new tests comparing man's closest relative with man's best friend. Dr. Julian Kaminsky started experimenting to find out which human gestures dogs could understand. 2 cups, both smelling like treats. Hide a treat in one. Place them in opposite directions. Now, point. Does Ambula get the hint? The study shows dogs will read our body language correctly 90% of the time. Even 6-month-old puppies catch on pretty quickly, which suggests understanding our cues is a skill that dogs are born with. Why can't our closest relative process information from us as well as dogs?
And when we started thinking about it, the obvious answer is that dogs were genetically selected, were domesticated by humans for interacting with us in particular ways, relating to us emotionally in interesting ways, but also communicating with us.
Chimps did not evolve to be dependent on us. They had no reason to develop the part of their brain that comprehends our gestures. Unlike Ambula. And it's not just body language. Dogs also tune into our faces. Here's the same experiment with a different kind of hint. For foolproof intel, dogs paid most attention to one particular part of our body. Consider this. 3 people on a park bench. One with a bucket over their head, one with a blindfold, and one with eyes visible. Foxy the Sheltie is told to beg for a treat from one of them. Which one does she go for? The idea is dogs may understand that we're more available to them when they can see our eyes. An experiment on the dog's attention to the human eye astounded scientists. Dr. Kaminsky places a treat on the ground and tells Maura not to eat it. Then she sits, eyes wide open. Maura obeys. Next, she closes her eyes. Will Maura see an opportunity and go for the treat? This is a significant result.
The human is sitting in the same posture as before, but it's just a very small change, which is the eyes are closed, and still the dogs are sensitive to this minor change, and the dogs take food when the human eyes are closed.
that stunned me, because knowing that someone can see something could be done in a very general way based on the direction their body was facing. But to know that actually the eyes are involved, and that if their body is facing but their eyes are closed, they can't see, that absolutely stunned me, and I couldn't believe it, and I think we had to replicate it to make me happy.
Understanding the difference between eyes open or shut in humans is a rare talent in the animal kingdom, suggesting dogs have the ability to look beyond themselves and see things from our perspective, seeing themselves as we see them in some basic manner. Intriguing, but hard to prove.